Chun Yunshi looked at Fang Ping's departing back. The doctor said he understood. At the end of September, the school was preparing to open an Arsenal Academy. The news of the junior and senior dancers spread all over the magic dance. For a while, the old student mourned Fang Ping's devil. The freshmen cheered and boiled. The great demon king of Fang finally had a black hand on the old students. Tang Lion's daughter, Tang Wen, couldn't even straighten up with a smile. Let those old students laugh at us. This is retribution. Luo Sheng complained. Cultivation is a sundry. Challenge the elite list in class. It's less than a month. I've lost weight. Gu Longfei clenched his fists vigorously. That's all. Fang Ping's bastard also had people attack the dormitory at night. Call it by fine-sounding name of exercise our vigilance and reflexes. Mention it. Tang Wen was even more angry. The key point is that my dad is very supportive. So much so that I don't even dare to take off my clothes when I go to sleep now, for fear of being knocked into. As three representatives of freshmen, Tang Wen's policy in the face of the Demon King, I could only sigh heavily. The entire training building was filled with the resentment of Fang Ping. Meanwhile, Fang Ping, who is in the logistics department, sneezing one after another. Old Man Li glanced at Fang Ping. Fang Ping rubbed his nose. I scolded in a low voice. It must have been those students who were scolding me. Sooner or later pack them up. Every time the dancer goes to the ground and cries, whatever you do, think it's the last time. Everything that should be arranged must be arranged. No one can say if they will come back alive. Magic Dance Logistics Department. Fang Ping picked up the exchange table and looked at it for a while. Then he turned his head to look at Old Man Li. Is that all there is to the teacher's logistics department? Is there anything better? For example, space equipment, storage rings, and the like. Old Man Li didn't bother to take care of him. Just looked at Fang Ping and smiled. Fang Ping looked at Old Man Li. Don't be harsh. Teacher, I'm serious. We have been developing science and technology for so many years. I didn't make it. The Old Man Li lay on the chair and was born. That thing involves space theory. Let's wait until our strong man can shatter the void and then think about it. There's that thing now. Fang Ping heard this, somewhat surprised. It's still possible to say so. Old Man Li Chunsheng said, You see, the cave passage does not exist in the crypt, nor does it exist on Earth. Just two whirlpools through the two worlds. This shows that space can be broken. We can't do it. It's because it's too weak and not unattainable. Fang Ping's brows furrowed. I thought to myself, can a robber break through the void? Can a martial artist really do it to this extent? Last time, the Forbidden Crypt got so many weapons. In the end, only 2 were brought back. It's a big hassle to carry. A moment later, Fang Ping handed his martial arts array to Old Man Li. Theater Sabalas Dan. Give me 10 grams of the axe guard. Then return to the Dan to come 5 grams. Old Man Li took over the martial arts array. He looked at Fang Ping in some surprise. 11 Dan is used when refining the internal organs. You buy it now? Fang Ping nodded yes. Sooner or later, it's going to have to be used anyway. Fang Ping had his own plans. Zongpinjing wants to refine the 5 internal organs and 6 internal organs. This time, I didn't give Wu Ping a chance to open up, so I can only buy a single drug to assist. Old Man Li gave a random quote. A total of 4,500 credits. Fang Ping was a little shocked. Is it so expensive? He said immediately. I pay in cash. Old Man Li said without the slightest hesitation. Cash payment of 135 million. Fang Ping sighed lightly. Some complained that the school had lowered its price. Why is it still so expensive? Old Man Li smiled. That refers to credits, not cash. Fang Ping wanted to bargain. I asked if there was a discount. Old man Li looked at Fang Ping. 130 million. Fang Ping still wanted to struggle. I am the president of the Buddha Society. I have shed blood for the demon dance. I've fought for the benefits of the demon dance. I can't listen to old man Li anymore. Directly interrupted. Fang Ping's words, shut up. Don't buy the fuck off. Just listen to the ding. Fang Ping's bank card decreased by 130 million. There is still 45 million left on the balance. Old man Li received the money. With a smile on his face, he handed the thing to Fang Ping. Thank you for your patronage. Welcome to your next visit. Fang Ping took the thing. He secretly scolded old man Li in his heart. You're not cute at all now. It's like bargaining at the beginning, and you can still give some cheapness. Get out of the logistics department. Fang Ping came to the Bay Garden in the Nanfeng district of the demon capital. A beauty in professional attire is introducing the situation of the house to Fang Ping. This is the villa we recommend to you on request. The construction area is 580 square meters. 6 bedrooms, 2 living rooms, and 4 bathrooms. Attached is a swimming pool, basement, and private garden. 60,000 flat. No counter-offers. Fang Ping stood on the balcony and looked around. The location of the room type is not bad. The beautiful salesman chuckled and said, Mr. Fang, this villa is the identity of the leader of Ningmo. It's a perfect fit. You've been heading all the way north before. Challenge the strong of all parties. Fame spreads. As soon as I entered the sales department, I recognized it. Villas by the Bay. It is one of the most well-known villa areas in the magic capital. Non-well-known people are not for sale. Downstairs, the beauty sales continue to sell. It is a 15-minute drive from your school. It's not far. A lot of the demon dance masters actually live here. Fang Ping touched his chin with his hand. 60,000 flat is a bit expensive. No decoration yet. The beauty salesman chuckled, and Mr. Fang said with a smile, you are the first person of the 5 young generations in the magic capital. Sunny and handsome. 60,000 flat is nothing to you. After a flicker of beauty, Fang Ping succeeded in the purchase contract. Signed his name. Just listen to the ding. Fang Ping paid a total of 36 million renminbi. Now he only has 9 million left. That's when it happened. Fang Ping realized that something was wrong. And so on, all kinds of fees add up. 36 million for me. I still have a feeling that I have earned it. These sales are amazing. But it's always been only for the sake of fooling people. I was almost fooled. Fang Ping didn't care so much. Immediately put forward his own conditions. I'll transfer another 4 million to you. Help me decorate it. Beauty sales are a little unhappy. Want to oppose? Fang Ping directly interrupted him. Your chairman is a graduate of the Magic 5. A strong man at the pinnacle of the 6 grades. Can make the real estate business prosperous in the magic capital. It should be no problem to take care of the junior. The male manager next to the beautiful saleswoman spoke. That's of course. We'll take care of it. Mr. Fang is relieved. After everything is negotiated, Fang Ping walked out of the sales department. Wait for Fang Ping to leave. The beautiful saleswoman looked at the male manager. Is it okay for the manager to do this? The male manager looked in the direction Fang Ping left. He's right. What the chairman can do is booming. It is inseparable from the mother. Tianjiao, like Fang Ping, even if you don't give money, the chairman may not say anything. Fang Ping sat down in the car. I dialed my father's number. Hey, Dad. Fang Mingrong asked if there was something wrong. Fang Ping smiled. Nothing. I just bought a house here in the magic capital. If Yanqing can't live anymore, then come to the magic capital. Fang Ping understood in his heart. Wuja cried every time he went to the ground. Whatever you do, think it's the last time. Everything that should be arranged must be arranged. Even the Grandmaster is no exception. Fang Mingrong didn't ask much, just told you to pay more attention to safety. I've lived with your mom for so many years. You can't starve to death without this position. Money is something outside of the body. No matter how strong the martial arts are, you must take care of your body. Fang Ping laughed. It's easy. Got it, Dad. Rest assured, hang up. Fang Ping let out a sigh of relief. I thought about it before. The 75 million will not be spent. As a result, there were only 5 million left in less than a day. But it's finally in the magic capital. Purchased a property at Gardens by the Bay. It's a 5 kilometers walk to the magic capital. The magic dance of the military region and the Fahrenheit dance are also nearby. There are also a large number of dancers living in the community. Once the cave crisis erupts, this is the safest place to be. At the end of September, the demon danced to the goal. Qin Fengqing carried the equipment on his back. The majestic and high-spirited Chao Fang Ping. Seeing her imposing, Fang Ping raised his eyebrows and smiled. The fourth product was interrupted. Qin Fengqing smiled a little ill-intentionally, barely exhausted. The prototype of the 5 bridges between heaven and earth has been built. The next step is solidity. Fang Ping, the two of us are at the same level. Fang Ping smiled. It was not easy. I remember last year at the school gate. We met for the first time. You are not a dancer. Hey, this time in the blink of an eye. You're catching up with me. Awesome. As soon as these words came out, Qin Fengqing's old face instantly darkened. This is too heart-wrenching. At the beginning of last year, I met Fang Ping. She is 3 grades higher than Fang Ping. Today, this year, her realm is actually not as good as Fang Ping. The previous spirit disappeared all at once. Qin Fengqing snorted angrily. No road, but it was not for a while. Wait for you to stay at the peak of the 6 products for decades. Fang Ping closed his eyes. I didn't even look at Qin Fengqing. Is it my mental power outstretched? Bone marrow, such as mercury. The 3 products are invincible. Spirits and spirits are one. I'm sorry, I think I'm at the pinnacle of the 6th. It can only be a few months. And then there's the 7 pins. The degree of milk bone quenching is also higher than yours. 8 products are also close at hand. Do you think you can really catch up with me? Qin Fengqing was annoyed and ashamed. With a dark face, he said enough. You can't go. To be honest, Pingle's vocational school will no longer hit him. The two of them walked towards the southern district. This time, they took the passage in the southern area to the ground floor. Chun Yunxi, Zhao Lei, and Fu Changding watched Fang Ping and the others leave. Fu Changding sighed. In the past, everyone was able to team up together to carry out missions. Now the gap has been completely widened. Chun Yunxi watched Fang Ping leave. Direction. I prayed silently that I must come back safely. Shocked new martial artist Fang Ping cried on the ground. Qin Fengqing actually offered to let him take off his clothes. Unreasonable demands. Fang Ping's heart trembled in fright. Hurriedly shouted, "What are you going to do?" The entrance to the Devil's Cave. A small advertisement that Fang Ping shot before. It plays on the center screen in turn. Then, Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing strode towards the alloy gate. Wait until you get to the door. Fang Ping touched the alloy wall with his hand. Think back to that day. Scarface, who had a relationship with him. Hitherto, Scarface's proposal still kept Fang Ping in mind. The next moment, Fang Ping sighed and said okay that day, and so on to pacify the basement. Together, they opened the Golden Gate. Looks like I'm going to have it to myself. Sometimes there are people, even if it's just a one-sided relationship, it will also make you unforgettable for a lifetime. The only gatekeeper saw Fang Ping's movements. As if I remembered something too. There was a sense of remembrance in his eyes. The uncle who guarded the door didn't say anything, just smiled and said, Fang Ping, when you have time to pick up some ads, It's okay to make some movies. We're tired of your previous ads. Change some new tricks. Fang Ping heard this, speechless. Some couldn't laugh or cry. Did you just pass by the hall? So many ads. Should I be given some advertising money? As soon as I heard that it was asking for money, the gatekeeper immediately pushed it away. He also waved his hand at Fang Ping. Get on in. You both be careful. Qin Fengqing's face was relaxed. Fist clenched to cheer himself up. Making a fortune depends on the caves. Nothing to worry about. The gatekeeper laughed, nodding slightly. It's you too. Qin Fengqing is about to use the cave as your ATM. Qin Fengqing smiled. It was meant to be an ATM. After the words fell, she walked into the alloy house with Fang Ping. I just listened to the sound coming out continuously. Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing walked through a connecting passage between the earth and the cavern. A few minutes later, the two entered the Hope City Passage Plaza. The crimson sun hung in the sky. Qin Fengqing had a familiar attitude. Walk up to the guarded dancers. What's going on now? Tell us about it. See this scene? Fang Ping was slightly upright, and Qin Fengqing's connections were quite extensive. Even the guards know each other. That's when it happened. I only heard the guard dancers say that my surname is Liu. As soon as this remark came out, Fang Ping turned his head a little embarrassed. Scolded Qin Fengqing in a low voice. You idiot! Qin Fengqing didn't care about this at all. Then he asked, what is Lao Lu's situation now? The guard dancer introduced. Tianmen City has not come back since the retreat. However, they are now in close contact with Dongkue City. It is possible to deepen cooperation, even fusion. Qin Fengqing looked at the guarding warriors. Is there any movement in Shifeng City in the northwest? The guardian warrior thought for a moment. Then he shook his head and didn't move for the time being. It's still the same. Our people also rarely go to the northwest. However, this time the military department is already paying attention to the cities. Once teamed up, we'll be aware of it. Qin Fengqing didn't ask any more. He thanked the guards. Lao Zhang said and walked towards the city. Fang Ping also hurriedly followed. The guard warrior looked in Qin Fengqing's direction. Again, my surname is Liu. Just listen to the boom. Hope the gates of the city are open. Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing strode towards the direction of the cave. Qin Fengqing introduced to Fang Ping as she ran. About 500 miles northwest of Zaiwangcheng is Shifeng City. Our target is a little northeasterly. Fang Ping asked, didn't you go to Tianmen City to rob it? How did you escape there? Qin Fengqing retorted, what is a robbery? It's called a withdrawal. I don't know how to speak. He looked at Fang Ping with a smug expression. You're in this tender place. Learn more from me. I know it in my heart. Qin Fengqing, this kid definitely wants to hit himself. But it doesn't hurt to hear that. Don't worry about him yet. Thinking of this, Fang Ping said to Qin Fengqing with a smile. Go on. Qin Fengqing began to teach Fang Ping his way of robbery. In addition to the city, the Blue Grotto, there are many villages. There must be high quality in the city. And a lot. It's an iron law. A market town with more than 10,000 people. There may also be high-quality seats. The words of the village. Having a mid-grade town is considered to be very strong. So you have to pick a big village to grab a withdrawal. There must be warriors in the big village. If there is a martial artist, you must cultivate. If you're lucky, you'll be able to get energy stones. There are also medicinal herbs with extremely high energy concentrations. Ordinary villages are full of old and weak women and children. There's little point in running out of resources. We in the cave are a race war. But I'm not interested in slaughter. The village we went to at that time was very strong. There are 5 ranked martial artists. We didn't dare to flee in the direction of Tianmen City. I came across that garden by mistake. That's when it happened. Fang Ping suddenly stopped. Qin Fengqing was a little puzzled. Then he looked in the direction that Fang Ping was looking at. It was a lot of huge pits. Fang Pingchen said that day the Hope City Guard battle. Several grandmasters perished along with the enemy. Energy fluctuations can travel tens of miles away. These pits are what they left behind. Qin Fengqing nodded. It was Fang Ping who clenched his fist hard. Ask Qin Fengqing how strong you are. In order to pacify the caves. Qin Fengqing thought about it. I only know Commander Li's group. Alcohol is not good. Maybe food. As soon as he had finished speaking, he walked forward. Let's go, we're not in a position to think about that now. In this way, Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing continued to walk through the giant pit, swift towards your destination. After a while, Fang Ping, they came to a place with dense vegetation. The two of them were extremely fast. It's like a gust of wind blowing. Suddenly, Qin Fengqing stopped. Xiang Ping gestured. Fang Ping gasped heavily. While asking about the situation, Qin Fengqing took off his backpack, said to Fang Ping behind him to undress. Fang Ping's eyes were dangerous, and there was no one around. Barren mountains and mountains. The guy undresses himself. Fang Ping didn't ask yet. Qin Fengqing began to take it off by herself. When you take it off, you're left with only one pants. Take out a set of clothes from the cloth bag you were carrying. Hand it to Fang Ping. Hurry up. What are you rubbing? It's yours. Fang Ping took the clothes with some consternation. At this time, Qin Fengqing had already begun to put on herself. Fang Ping then understood. It turned out to be a cave costume. Qin Fengqing was getting dressed, while explaining that this is a trick. When you're lucky, the weeping of the earth sees it from afar. Won't kill it, can get through the tricks. Wait until you get there. Maybe you might be caught off guard. Speaking of which, Qin Fengqing paused, but let me tell you, don't wear that near Hope City. Some guys have bad brains. Without saying a word, I will chase you and kill you. It's useless to say that the Chinese don't lie to the Chinese people. Wait until you get dressed in the cave costume. Qin Fengqing turned to look at Fang Ping. It doesn't matter. His eyes suddenly began to shine. Leather armor made from the skin of a 5-grade white-eared beast. Fang Ping, I've never worn this. Why don't you borrow it from me for 2 days? Saying that, this guy reached out and touched Fang Ping's body. Fang Ping slapped his paw away. The face is a little ugly. Angry, scolding, dreaming. Qin Fengqing didn't want to give up. I promise not to be so ruthless. Just wear it. We'll definitely pay you back. Fang Ping was a little impatient. He glanced at Qin Fengqing. You can't get out. Qin Fengqing heard this. No more entanglement. Turn your head and cut it. If you don't borrow, don't borrow. At this time, an idea flashed through Qin Fengqing's mind. This cheat's big knife and 5-grade leather armor are a huge amount of money. What principles to copy? I'll be able to do it now. But this robbed Fang Ping's thoughts. I can only think about it. The next moment, Qin Fengqing had a flash of inspiration, and when he turned around, Fang Ping was chased and killed. I'm begging for this knife and leather armor. Save his dog's life. You must be willing. After all, this bastard is so rich. Rich. The new martial artists Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing went deep into the cave, the medicine garden of the destination. There are medicinal herbs worth 20,000 credits. Seeing this scene, Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing's eyes, all of them show the light of greed. Deep in the cave, Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing looked at each other after changing their clothes. Both of them wrapped their heads in headscarves. Looks kind of funny. A moment later, Qin Fengqing pointed to Fang Ping. You bring a marching bag. Fools know you're fake. Quickly lost the bag. Fang Ping shook his head. You are so stupid to me. Didn't pack how I loaded things. How much you can hold with your hands? Fang Ping looked at Qin Fengqing's waistband of his pants. What's on your pants? Qin Fengqing covered his pants. Silently take a step back. Speak. It's nothing. Fang Ping had already discovered Qin Fengqing's secret at this time. Shouted a special large pocket. Why is it mine like this? Qin Fengqing whispered. I don't know. Fang Ping stared at Qin Fengqing. Clothes are the love you give me. Qin Fengqing knew that she was at a loss. Turn your head to the side. Who let you not prepare yourself? Fang Ping was a little speechless. Scolding you and making me lose my bag. Qin Fengqing once again emphasized that he was here. It's a real block. That's it, you say a word to me. Half an hour later. Qin Fengqing sighed and got it. You're treacherous like a ghost. Let's not make a mistake. Each according to his ability. Whoever gets as much as he gets. Fang Ping looked at Qin Fengqing with a smile. That's what I want to say. The two looked at each other. Eyes are no longer. Keep walking. Halfway through. When it gets dark, you will cry at night. Always instantaneous. However, the two people who stepped into the foregrade path were deaf and clear-sighted. Walking at night is also not ambiguous. Qin Fengqing has a lot of policies at this time. It's almost there, about 15 kilometers ahead. Fang Ping nodded. Walk forward with Qin Fengqing. Suddenly, Qin Fengqing opened his mouth and called Fang Ping. Fang Ping looked back when he heard the sound. Qin Fengqing snorted in the next second. A tiger pounce. A weed-like plant on the ground. Pulled it up. Without saying a word, he stuffed it directly into his pocket. This set of operations is smooth. It was done almost instantly. Fang Ping was stunned for a moment. He looked at Qin Fengqing, who was walking in front of him as if nothing had happened. Lowered his voice and asked what the hell was it. Qin Fengqing opened his mouth to explain that he didn't know. I don't see a lot of energy. It should be good stuff. Fang Ping almost vomited to death when he heard this. It's so unpleasant. The next moment, Fang Ping's eyes rolled. As soon as the spiritual power spread, begin to feel the energy particles around you. In the cave, his mental power is more active. I didn't take it seriously before. Now Qin Fengqing, this bastard, don't blame him. The ability to do 15 treasure hunts is not weaker than him. All the way forward. The two of them had gradually stepped into a big mountain at this moment. Fang Ping had seen the map of the cave. After thinking about it, he asked in a low voice, "This is Hammer Ridge." Qin Fengqing nodded. Fang Ping grabbed Qin Fengqing's shoulder. Whispered and scolded so much. Why didn't you say it earlier? There are drums and wolves in Hammer Ridge. There are even hundreds of them. It's dangerous, okay? Qin Fengqing glanced back at Fang Ping's nonsense. Why am I calling you because of the danger? Besides, I'll tell you earlier. What if you come by yourself? In addition, this mountain is so big. It's so easy to come across. That's when it happened. Fang Ping said leisurely, I really meant it. The next moment, Qin Fengqing didn't say a word. Turn around and run. That's amazingly fast. Not to mention what he said about 50 meters each. Seconds, Fang Ping ran faster than him. Take a leap into the air. It's gone. 3 or 4 seconds after the two left. A few wolf-like creatures the size of foals in the dark. It just appeared where the two had just stayed. Several wolf-like creatures looked around. I didn't notice anything unusual. Soon disappeared into the darkness. 5 kilometers away, Qin Fengqing and Fang Ping walked forward with a duh. Qin Fengqing pondered for a while. Fang Ping said Gulang. Not much. It's all 4 grades. Can be killed. Fang Ping said I know. Look at you gone. I'm not embarrassed to startle the snake. As soon as this remark came out, Qin Fengqing was immediately a little angry. What's the matter? It's obvious that I saw you go first. I just left. He sighed in his heart, Fang Ping, this bastard. How can it be worse than Wang Jingyang? That bastard, though pitted, can fool him into killing demon beasts. He's still willing to do it. The coolie Fang Ping ran faster than himself. What is the use of him? Fang Ping rolled his eyes. Make a gesture to Qin Fengqing. Let's be open and honest. And so on. I'm going to be killed by you. You'll meet the 4 creatures later. Directly killed 5 pins. The individual ones also kill too many and then run. If you run again, I can't go on. Qin Fengqing also knew that he had met an opponent this time. I'm afraid it won't be easy to fool Fang Ping into selling coolies. He sighed. Nod your head and say yes. Thou shalt not run. Only then did the two reach a consensus. The group continued to walk forward. After a while, Fang Ping let out a low sigh, cut an ancient wolf beast in half with a single sword. On the other side, Qin Fengqing also slashed like lightning. Quickly slashed several ancient wolf beasts around him. The night of the weeping was dark. About another half hour or so passed. Qin Fengqing and Fang Ping came to their destination this time. It was located deep in the Hammer Ridge, a majestic building made of huge boulders. In the darkness, there was a faint light coming from inside the building. Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing. The man cautiously climbed the courtyard wall. Fang Ping Chun said that someone lived. Qin Fengqing snorted lightly. Can afford to use energy lamps. In the cave, it can be regarded as a large household. It looks like we're going to make a lot of money this time. Fang Ping probed with his spiritual power. I whispered, I saw that medicine garden. I can faintly feel that there is a lot of energy inside. Qin Fengqing opened his mouth to propose. Or go straight down, grab it, and run. Fang Ping glanced at Qin Fengqing. What if this is the residence of a high-quality and powerful person? I feel that the guys who live in the deep mountains and old forests are very strong. Qin Fengqing scolded. Can you be bold? Die for the bold. Starve the faint of heart. Fang Ping took a deep breath. Retort. Lao Tzu is not cowardly. I don't want to die. Fang Ping was a little depressed. Last time, I was in the tomb of the king, casually come across a high-grade creature. Can you be careless? The next moment, he gritted his teeth hard. However, there is Qin Fengqing's palace. I have nothing to be afraid of. That's it. Fang Ping opened his mouth and said, then go straight down. Speed on addition. If I run, you remember to run. I'm mentally strong. If there is a strong person, it can be detected in advance. Didn't wait for Fang Ping to finish speaking. Qin Fengqing said a word. He jumped straight down. Fang Ping was a little speechless when he saw this. You are really not afraid of death. In this way, Qin Fengqing and Fang Ping went one after the other, cautiously ran towards the medicine garden. When the two of them cautiously climbed the courtyard wall, Qin Fengqing's voice of swallowing saliva could be heard by Fang Ping. Fang Ping really wanted to strangle him. It's good to be a little outperforming. However, Fang Ping also wanted to swallow his saliva. There are a lot of medicinal herbs in this medicine garden. There are about 20 types, a total of about 100 plants. Qin Fengqing's saliva couldn't stop at this time. Rosewood blue-leaved fruit and blue-blooded grass. Rich, rich. Fang Ping also had a golden glint in his eyes. It's really rich. Fang Ping had some judgment in his heart. Maybe these. Medicine. It was all collected in a hammer by the owner of this place. Planted here. After all, I was on my way here before. Hardly a single herb was seen. A fruit of Luo Shun, previously worth 100 credits. And there is an increase according to the energy concentration. Now the buyback price of the school medicinal materials has doubled. Means a minimum of 200 credits. The prices of other medicinal herbs are almost the same. That's how it goes. These 20 kinds of medicinal herbs, about 100 plants, there are about 20,000 credits. It's too tempting for yourself. Qin Feng gently nudged Fang Ping, motioning for you to dig from the left. I dig from the right. Fang Ping nodded yes. The two discussed the matter. The next second, the two jumped off the wall. Gently land. Immediately afterwards, the two of them quickly rushed to the vicinity of the medicine garden. As a result, one approaches. Suddenly, a slight explosion sounded. Qin Fengqing's face turned bad. There is a warning device system in hand. We are fearless. Even if the other party's 5 products are interrupted, my 4 products can also be reversed. Kill a hole. Wolf's Head Ridge Medicine Garden. Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing had just started collecting medicinal herbs. A slight explosion suddenly sounded next to it. Qin Fengqing's face changed. There is a warning device. Fang Ping performed the herb disappearance technique. Uproot one plant at a fraction of the speed of your hands. Stuff into a sack. At the same time, you can take as much as you can. Move fast. Qin Fengqing's hands moved in unison. He also quickly pulled out the herbs and stuffed them into his clothes. And at the moment in the main hall behind it, there were already noises and shouts. Qin Fengqing opened his mouth and asked, "Can you sense a few people?" The strength is probab. The best Fang Ping shook his head and couldn't tell the difference. Not weak, though. Soon, several weeping dancers came running by. Fang Ping sensed the danger. Withdraw with a yell. As he spoke, he leapt to his feet. Climb over the wall. Qin Fengqing followed. The next moment only a bang was heard. A middle-aged man with long hair. The strong man broke out of the window. It fell to the ground with a thud. He looked around. Then, several weepers also ran over with their weapons. It's just at this moment, there are also the shadows of Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing. Many of the herbs on the medicine field have disappeared. See this scene? The middle-aged and long-haired strong man immediately gave an order. Hunted them down. The painting fell, and he soared into the air, quickly chased in the direction where Fang Ping and the two fled. The remaining cave powerhouses followed. Meanwhile, Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing were trying their best to escape. Qin Fengqing glanced at Fang Ping. "You're a fast kid." Fang Ping replied, "Your kid is not slow." As he spoke, he sensed the pursuers in the rear. 5 followed. 4 pins. A 5-pin product. Those 4-rank dancers can't be fast. If we can't catch up, we've been thrown off a lot. Now there is only that 5-grade one in the back. It's been very close. Qin Fengqing glanced at Fang Ping. "Can you kill Fang Ping?" said very simply. The voice fell. "Just listen to the buzz." Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing held weapons, surrounded the middle-aged, long-haired man. A middle-aged powerhouse chasing after him. There was a strange look on his face. He pumped his fists together, neutralized attacks from both sides with one punch on one side. Both knives were repulsed. Qin Fengqing and Fang Ping saw this. The complexion changed dramatically. This guy is in the middle of the 5th fret. Qin Fengqing yelled at the old rules. Fang Ping heard this. There are some doubts, although this middle-aged man is not in the upper rank. But it's also a 5 grade. Can you do it? Qin Fengqing just replied with 4 words lightly. Only practice one sword. As soon as this remark came out, Fang Ping no longer hesitated. Kill the middle-aged strong man with a knife in hand. Just listen to a few buzzes. Fang Ping directly used the 7 palms in one. Slashed at the middle-aged strong. The middle-aged strong man is distracted by the guard. Qin Fengqing, who is looking for an opportunity, while swinging his fist back at Fang Ping. For a short period of time, kill Fang Ping. A series of loud metal crashes were heard. Fang Ping flew out upside down. Blood spilled from the corners of the mouth. Fang Ping's hands trembled a little at this time. His brow furrowed. Whooping is so fierce. 7 slashes in one. That's how the huge case fell. The middle-aged strong man seized the opportunity. Swing your fist and smash it at Fang Ping. Fang Ping was not to be outdone. Raise your fist in response. Just listen to it. Both fists collided. Fang Ping was not hostile to the opposite body. Uncontrollably retreated. The middle-aged powerhouse turned around and killed Qin Fengqing, who was accumulating strength. I want to solve this security hazard first. That's when it happened. Fang Ping exerted his spiritual power to deter. At the same time, several blood swords spurted from his mouth and shot at the middle-aged powerhouse. The middle-aged strong man is a 5-grade powerhouse. The middle power is not weak. Although it was frozen for a moment, there is still enough strength to defeat the blood sword. Just listen to a few sounds. The blood sword was blocked by the middle-aged powerhouse's fist. He was a little surprised. This human is actually able to do secret arts. At the moment when the middle-aged man raised his hand to defeat the blood spatterer, Fang Ping exerted spiritual shock. Raise your fist again and blast at the middle-aged powerhouse. The body of the middle-aged powerhouse in the cave was slightly the same. Fang Ping's run-in punch has arrived. Just listen to a few bangs. Fang Ping seemed to be tireless. A swift punch slammed into the middle-aged man's body. The middle-aged man in the cave came back to his senses. A punch sent Fang Ping flying. Fang Ping's mouth spurted blood. I instantly understood in my heart. Semi-finished run-in fist. Sure enough, to the 5 internal organs and the flesh. A 5-grade powerhouse who has been tempered to the limit. Not much effect. The next moment, Fang Ping once again exerted his spiritual shock. Pierced the other person's brain. The middle-aged strong man shouted angrily and looked for death. The voice fell. A powerful wave of energy burst out of his body. It instantly dispersed Fang Ping's spiritual power. Attack mental power damaged. Fang Ping felt a terrible headache. I can only grit my teeth and endure it. In the next second, Fang Ping uses the system to recharge. The mental power was replenished in an instant. Immediately after that, a spiritual attack suddenly condensed. Straight stabbed into the head of a middle-aged powerhouse. The middle-aged strong man's face changed drastically. How can this be the case with muttering to himself? Have I met a commander-level powerhouse? Can you believe it? 2 dancers in the middle of the forefront actually worked together to kill a 5-rank high rank. It's astonishing. Deep in the cave, Fang Ping was facing the middle-aged cave powerhouse. After casting a spiritual shock, immediately cast the blood sword technique. Just listen to a few pops. Several blood swords rushed straight into the eyes of the middle-aged powerhouse. The middle-aged strong man came to his senses. Hands shake rapidly. A few clangs blocked the attack of the blood sword. The next moment, the middle-aged powerhouse in the cave turned his head, looked at Qin Fengqing, who was accumulating strength on the side. I'm ready to take him down. Qin Fengqing saw this. Suddenly, his complexion changed greatly. I silently prayed in my heart not to come. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. At the same time, he shouted at Fang Ping. Continue to shock him. Fang Ping did not hesitate at all. Mental power continues to attack. A middle-aged strong man in the cave. The blood in the mouth is not to be spurted out. Turned into a splatter of blood. Stabbed the opponent in the head. The middle-aged strong man in the cave gritted his teeth. He knew it in his heart. And so on. He would die at this point. The middle-aged powerhouse in the cave clenched his fists hard. A powerful force of qi and blood emerged from his fist. Blood-colored lightning ignited around the fist. Fang Ping looked vigilant. The left fist is also charged, because the cave powerhouse on the opposite side is about to use high-frequency warfare. The next moment, only a bang was heard. The middle-aged powerhouse in the cave jumped up. The body is like a bolt of lightning, straight to the square. Fang Ping's eyes flashed red. Cast the Vajra fist. Raise your fists to greet each other. Both fists collided. Just listen to the boom. The skin on the surface of Fang Ping's left fist exploded instantly. Blood splattered. The explosion of the skin is still spreading, bursting all the time, until it bursts above the left arm. The strength was exhausted. Fang Ping's brows furrowed slightly. It hurts to say secretly, Qin Fengqing, this bastard, is not good yet. In the next second, Fang Ping once again exerted his spiritual shock. Just listen to a mental attack from the buzz. Make the middle-aged strong man in the cave move in unison. Fang Ping took the opportunity and retreated. That's when it happened. A ray of blood flashed through Qin Fengqing's blood. The big knife slammed through the middle-aged man's body. The middle-aged powerhouse in the cave did not chase after him. There seemed to be a blank look in his eyes. A moment later, a bloody streak suddenly appeared on his neck. Immediately afterward, countless blood powers were spewed. Just a good head. It was sprayed out at once by the jet power of the blood fountain. Qin Fengqing gasped violently. Haha laughed and jumped into the street. Kill 5 pins Huang. Just listen to the clang. The headless body of the powerful man in the cave fell to the ground. Fang Ping began to use the power of qi and blood continuously. Recovered from the injury on his left arm. And a little lucky. It's still too reluctant to carry the 5 products on the front. The 5 organs have not been refined. If this punch is dry in my stomach, absolutely finished. After a while, Qin Fengqing walked to Fang Ping's side. Smirked. I'll just say I can do it. Fang Ping snorted coldly. Next time we'll work together. You're stopping me from exploding. I'm the one who stands in the way every time. It's always me who gets hurt. Qin Fengqing pointed at Fang Ping. You can kill her in one move. Fang Ping smiled, and I didn't stop it. You can't kill it. Qin Fengqing emphasized that I didn't kill her. You're gonna die. Fang Ping said that I was running faster than him. The staying power is stronger than him. If you want to die, you will die. That's what you say to me. Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing didn't accept anyone. A moment later, Qin Fengqing glanced at Fang Ping. The rest of the people were killed. Let's fight over whether this is useful. Fang Ping said with a serious face. Yes, his heart is mine. As soon as this remark came out, Qin Fengqing instantly understood Fang Ping's thoughts. The next moment, Qin Fengqing patted Fang Ping's shoulder a little strangely. As a senior brother, it's up to you to take care of your brother's heart. As he spoke, he looked at it. Several 4-rank cave warriors have already arrived. And these are yours too. I need time to recover. Only then did Fang Ping understand what Qin Fengqing meant. It turned out that he was consuming most of his qi and blood at the moment. There's no way to shoot anymore. Can only admit it. Fang Ping glanced at his bloody left arm. I thought about it in my heart. If only it were someone else. This left hand must be useless. This bastard gives him force except for the knife just now. The rest of the time, it's almost a piece of waste. That's it. Fang Ping looked at Qin Fengqing. Share the account with you. Every time, they take advantage of me. Save your dog's life. Your sword is mine. Draw the fall of Fang Ping holding the knife. Straight towards the 4 cave powerhouses on the opposite side. Qin Fengqing heard Fang Ping's words. Subconsciously hugged his long knife in his arms. This kid, I'm actually eyeing my only valuable baby. Isn't that my plan? Fang Ping's battle was very simple. First, exert spiritual power to deter. While the four cave powerhouses were dizzy, the kung fu of the knife in his hand is waved a few times, and slew all the enemies on the opposite side. See this scene? Qin Fengqing frowned slightly. Is Fang Ping's strength actually so strong? There are 4 products from the beginning to the high stage. It took less than 30 seconds to clean it up. Fang Ping cut off the last person's head with a single sword, spat at the blood foam. The nasal passages are not as good as Brother Lin's. Qin Fengqing was a little puzzled. Who is little Brother Lin? Fang Ping glanced back at him. Linny. Qin Fengqing was slightly stunned when she heard this. Fang Ping didn't care about this. Proceed directly to the collection of loot. Less than a minute, all the loot was laid out in front of the two of them. 3 handles of D-class weapons, less than 30 pounds, 5 energy hearts, 4 4-pins, a 5-pin product. The two looked at each other. Then they were all speechless. That's all there is to it, Qin Fengqing said in a low voice. They are sudden at night. The awakened thing must still be in the house. Fang Ping nodded slightly. And then it's natural to put everything. They all stuffed themselves into their sacks. Qin Fengqing saw this. Grabbed Fang Ping's shoulder. Fang Ping, you're going too far. Fang Ping glanced at Qin Fengqing, something excessive. I killed all 4 products. The heart of the 5 products said that it would be mine. Aren't these all mine? Qin Fengqing said in shame. Then you have to give me a little bit anyway. I thought there was something good about that 5-pin. Didn't expect anything. Fang Ping pondered for a moment. He threw the 5 medals in front of him to him. These are for you. The medal is a symbol of the status and glory of the cave warriors. There are also 5 products here. It's definitely worth the money. You can also redeem military points at the military department. Qin Fengqing was furious at this time. He yelled though this thing was worth a lot. But it's too little. At least give me a few 4-grade hearts. Otherwise, the fire will be dispersed. Fang Ping glanced at Qin Fengqing. Those who don't care say that they will break up. Books are the best vehicle for documenting a civilization. But there are very few cave books currently seized from Earth. This has also led to the progress of humans in deciphering the language of the caves. Very slowly, Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing. Nearly 100 local cave books were discovered. It's a huge gain. Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing broke up after finishing speaking. Each of them ran ahead, but the two went in the same direction. Qin Fengqing glanced at Fang Ping. Some said angrily, "Can you please stop following me?" Fang Ping replied, unconvinced. "You're going to follow me." Qin Fengqing pointed at Fang Ping. "You are not afraid that there are 6 strong people in it?" Fang Ping said, "There are 6 strong people. They have long since come out to hunt us down. Think about it a little differently. If an enemy breaks in, the demon martial arts must be all strong." Qin Fengqing pursed her lips. Maybe they are 7-grade shelves. Look at us as petty thieves, too lazy to hunt down. Fang Ping heard this, walked to the front. Then, "Don't go." Qin Fengqing, who was going to die, stepped past Fang Ping. "I don't think there are 7 grades." Fang Ping sighed leisurely. "What if you really say it?" As soon as this statement came out, Qin Fengqing suddenly stopped. His brow furrowed. After a moment of silence, turned around and sent an invitation to Fang Ping. "Or maybe we're together." Fang Ping chuckled and agreed. After a while, Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing cut melons and vegetables all the way, killed into the manner of the middle-aged man of the previous 5 grades. Just listen to the bang. The door was kicked open. Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing were like bandits. Swaggered in. Qin Fengqing smiled. He deserved us to get rich. Unexpectedly, the dancers who stayed behind were the strongest, only 4 pins. The layout of this hall is similar to that of the council chamber. Center of the shot. It is a stone throne that looks like a hammer carved in stone. The hall is flanked by more than a dozen stone seats. Some are carved with hammers. Some are carved with other cave creatures. An energy lamp hangs above the hall. The hall is not empty at the moment. 1 woman, 2 men and women have reached middle age, standing straight on the throne side at the moment. The 2 men were full of sorrow, holding a weapon in front of the woman. The middle-aged woman's face was a little ugly at this time. I cried and asked who you are. Fang Ping and the 2 glanced at each other. Didn't make a sound, just slowly approaching. Seeing that the 2 did not answer, the middle-aged woman screamed and killed me. The Lord will not let you go. You want to pretend to be warriors in the land of hope. Do you want the master to join the war? These words made Qin Fengqing and Fang Ping slightly stunned. Then he stopped. Qin Fengqing glanced at Fang Ping. Speculation about joining the war. Did he mean the martial arts before? Fang Ping thought for a moment. Since we are here, the woman must know. That Wu Ping is dead. I guess he was trying to tell us. A strong man who was originally reluctant to go to war. Maybe we'll be involved in the war in Hope City. The next moment, Fang Ping's eyes suddenly moved. Kill it with a cold snort. The words fell. Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing barely hesitated. The 2 jumped out of the air. In an instant, the 2 people who were blocking the road in front of him were killed on the spot. There was a look of despair in the middle-aged woman's eyes. Speak loudly about the people of the land of hope. The Lord will avenge me. Fang Ping didn't care about this. He slashed at the middle-aged woman. As the sword gets closer and closer, just listen to the pop. The middle-aged woman was killed in an instant. Just listen to the clang. Dead bodies are planted. Fang Ping looked at the corpse of the middle-aged woman, snorted coldly. This woman clearly knew where we were coming from. Actually plays routines. That's why she said we were cave people. It's actually a gamble. But we might try to create conflicts among the lords. And let her go. Qin Fengqing heard this. Hold your chin with your hand. I see. It seems that the Lord here has someone else. Since there are 5 subordinates, then there is at least 6 strengths. Fang Ping didn't think about it anymore. Strode towards the stairs. Stop talking nonsense. Their bedroom is upstairs. Hurry up and find out what's good. Pack up your things and leave. Qin Fengqing nodded in agreement. Just listen to a few knocks. Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing quickly stepped on the stairs and ran up. There are many rooms on the 2nd floor. Fang Ping and the others found a direction. Start opening the room door. Just listen to the thud. Fang Ping opened the door to the first room. It turned out to be empty. Nothing. Fang Ping used his mental power to scan. Again, nothing was found. Inside the 2nd room, Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing each found a few basic energy stones. In the 3rd room, Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing also gained something. As it gets deeper and deeper, when cultivating energy, some use wooden boxes, medicinal herbs, and monster furs began to be discovered one after another. The 2 of them didn't even let go of the energy lamp. The energy stone inside was removed. Fang Ping's sack was already full at the moment. Qin Fengqing also stopped stuffing things into his clothes. Instead, he took out another cloth bag. I don't know where I just hid it. The last room. It should be the Lord's room. Fang Ping pushed the door in. There was a slight change in his eyes. This room is huge. The setup is very simple. The biggest feature is that there is a separate bookcase. Nearly 100 local cave books are placed on the bookcase. See these cave books. Qin Fengqing pounced like a pug. The colleague said that these things were worthless. It's a bit of research value, though. I'll take it all with me. Fang Ping said angrily that you are stupid to me. Books in the basement are the most valuable. Sometimes it's comparable to cultivating energy stones, or even equivalent. As he spoke, he picked up the book and flipped through it. Books are the best vehicle for recording the inheritance of a civilization. It's very precious, and the non-strong don't have that. Humans have been fighting in caves for years. Cave books seized are also scarce. This leads to progress in deciphering the language of the caves has been slow. Just as Fang Ping was flipping through the books, Qin Fengqing had already opened the package. Carry a large number of books into the package. Fang Ping glanced at Qin Fengqing and ignored him. These books are so heavy. Just let this guy take the lion's head. When the time comes, you don't have to divide yourself. Kill him yourself. That's it. Fang Ping began to do other things. It is highly likely that this room was the residence of a high-class powerhouse. Fang Ping immediately released his spiritual power. Begin to probe. Soon Fang Ping found something good. Cultivating a few energy stones. There are also some jewelry used by the wealthy. See these things? Fang Ping smiled. There's a lot of good stuff in this room. Wang Fangping and Qin Fengqing were famous for carrying a large number of genius earth treasures, and was chased by the ancient wolf herd. Now the situation is becoming more and more critical. There are horns before death. There is an ancient wolf herd behind. What exactly should they do? Deep in the cave, Fang Ping and Qin Zhongqing rummaged through the cabinets. Take all the treasures and cave books inside the palace. It's all packed into a cloth bag. Only a mess of rooms remained, and an empty medicine garden, and corpses all over the ground. The entire manor was completely silent. After a while, Fang Ping and the others who escaped with a huge amount of money, chased by hordes of ancient wolf beasts. Seeing this, Fang Ping's faces changed greatly. I can only run away desperately. Qin Fengqing shouted as he ran for his life. We are now two small, mobile energy mines. Fang Ping was also extremely nervous at this time. He asked what to do. Qin Fengqing pondered for a moment. The opening suggested that they run separately. Let's do it together. The energy source is too rich. Fang Ping glanced at Qin Fengqing, who was going around. Qin Fengqing immediately said, You are stronger than me. Can run longer. Of course it's you. Fang Ping heard this, immediately scolded and got out. He didn't do it. In case you get lost, where to reason? After all, I'm a road idiot. I know that quite well. Qin Fengqing glanced at Fang Ping. Then what do you say? Fang Ping replied loudly and ran together. Whoever is not behind is not behind. As soon as this statement came out, Qin Zhongqing almost scolded. This place is still 300 or 400 miles away from Hope City. His chi and blood have not yet fully recovered. There's definitely no way to run back in one go. Fang Ping didn't have to. When the time comes, he is behind. The consequences are unimaginable. Look at the hundreds of 4 and 5-grade ancient wolf beasts behind him. Even he faintly saw the leader of the 6th grade. Qin Fengqing's feet accelerated. Hurriedly shouted Fang Ping. Don't leave me behind. Books are all for you. I don't want it, okay, no? Fang Ping did not hesitate. Refuse me, don't. Qin Fengqing threatened. Then I'll lose it. Fang Ping said with a nonchalant expression. You lose it. Qin Fengqing gritted his teeth hard. Lao Tzu is not lost. Very valuable. That's when it happened. The leader of the ancient wolf beast is in the dark night. Whoop roared. Ancient wolves and beasts chased frantically towards Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing. In the eyes of these ancient wolf beasts, the temptation of these two people is too great. At the same time, more than 100 miles away, in the Demon Phoenix City Lord's Mansion, a night party is being held. The city lord of the Demon Phoenix City, the Phoenix King, who has run out of wine, gently tapped the metal wine glass in his hand. Princes and demons. Demonwood's second city invited me to Demon Phoenix City this time. Form a 3-city coalition. Attack Hope City together. Open a channel. Enter the land of resurrection. Do you have any suggestions? An old, gray-haired powerhouse below immediately opened his mouth and replied, King Fong must not do this. Demonwood City has been attacking Hope City for many years. He also entered the land of resurrection, but it was not brought back to life. I suspect that the seed of resurrection is simply fake news. King Fong said slowly. The news came from the exclusion zone. The white-haired old man retorted. It was just news from the demon powerhouse in the forbidden area. I haven't gotten any news of it. The old man paused. Even if there really is a seed of resurrection, the powerful one is also a demon lineage. They are not only in my South 7 domains. Channels are also opened in other domains. I guess there may be a purpose other than the seed of resurrection. Without knowing the details, it's not easy to join. King Feng's gaze froze, turning his head to look at the Celestial Wolf Commander on the other side. Celestial Wolf Commander, you have been stationed in Tianluo Mountain all these years. It has close contact with Demonwood City. Do you have any comments? The Celestial Wolf Commander looked at the Phoenix King. King Feng's subordinates thought that the 3-city alliance could be formed. Demonwood City suffered heavy losses in this attack on Hope City. The 3 commanders of tigers, leopards, and wolves were all killed in battle. We may be able to borrow. The machine annex Demonwood City. Capture the demon tree. The white-haired old man said leisurely. Celestial Wolf Commander, if the deity is not mistaken, the commander of the Demonwood Korokuin is your younger brother. Capture the demon tree. That's a nice thing to say. It also allowed King Fong to join the 3 cities alliance. I guess I want revenge. In the next second, the white-haired old man took a step. There are still top powerhouses in the possessed land who have not shown up. Demonwood City has suffered countless casualties over the years. Do you want Demon Phoenix City to also fall into the quagmire of war? The Celestial Wolf Commander looked at the white-haired old man. Venerable White Phoenix. The subordinates did not mean to do so. Belong to the heart of the Demon Phoenix City. Venerable by Feng pressed forward step by step. Then why did you live in Tianluo Mountain for a long time? Don't get out of Demonwood City. The meaning of the alliance. As soon as you come out, something will happen. The Celestial Wolf Commander explained. He has lived in Tianluo Mountain for a long time. It is a place where Fengcheng is not invited to hold the barrier. The Eastern Golden Horn Beast King recently broke through the Supreme Realm. The spirit of the Golden Horn is constantly expanding. This return to the city is just a coincidence. The subordinates originally came for the Golden Horn King. The White Phoenix Venerable stared at the Heavenly Wolf Commander. The Golden Horn Beast King broke through the Phoenix King. I've known this for a long time. Even if he expands, it's also the demons and the demon leaders who should be nervous. And not me. The Demon Phoenix City Celestial Wolf Commander lowered his head. Silence. That's when it happened. Someone suddenly came outside the door to report. The beasts of the Heavenly Wolf Mountain roared in the sky. There seems to be one. The Celestial Wolf Commander's face changed slightly. He stood up and looked at King Fong. Subordinate to King Fong. King Fong nodded slightly. Go. Captain Celestial Wolf hears this. Immediately walked out quickly. After the Celestial Wolf Commander hurriedly left, Venerable by Fong sighed lightly. The heart of the wolf is long gone, although Demon Phoenix City is nominally my commander. But Heavenly Wolf Mountain is actually the territory of Demon City. This time the Tri-Cities Alliance. The wolf is the lobbyist. King Feng nodded slightly. I only said 3 words, I know. Meanwhile, an ancient wolf beast sprints, pounced on Qin Fengqing in front. Qin Fengqing stepped on the ground on her toes. A flash. Chase the square in front of you. Go to Qin Fengqing and scold angrily. I can't wait for these monsters to go crazy. How can you chase it so much? Fang Ping gasped. He had a vague feeling that something was wrong. Then he said to Qin Fengqing, look at the surrounding forest. Does it feel familiar? Qin Fengqing thought about which way we were going. Fang Ping replied to the southeast. Slightly further east. Qin Fengqing laughed out loud and said this. We'll run another 60 kilometers at most. You'll be able to go back to Hope City. Hear the horn, undead, 3 words. Fang Ping's face changed. Then he changed the direction of his escape. At the same time, he roared and ran around the forest. Can't go deeper. At this time, Fang Ping's face was faintly covered with cold sweat. That cunning old thing. Last time I slipped away by luck. If you encounter it again this time, I'm sure I'm going to die. Don't think about it. Fang Ping was worried. It was the golden horned beast horn king of the horned undead. Be a good cook. Fang Ping knew how to please his master. A lot of blood and blood of the horned beast. It's like not getting into the corner of the mouth like you don't want money. Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing survived for the time being. But there will always be a time when the qi and blood are exhausted. The danger has not yet been lifted. What exactly should they do? Horned dead forest. A golden horned behemoth. From time to time, from the golden horn, pour out some energy, and then slowly injected into some of the low trees on the periphery. And those trees, it is also growing at a rate that is visible to the naked eye. That's right, the area of the horned dead forest is expanding rapidly. After a while, as if energy is consumed, the feet are a little hungry. Head turn. I don't know if I was scared or pressed by a mouthful. A standing creature crouching in the shape of a bear. Qi, blood and energy absorption. Soon, the bear-like monster became a number of dry horns. Zeba Zebazui. It seems a little unfinished. These stupid low-level monsters will not take the initiative to pay tribute to their own qi and blood at all, and energy to their own absorption. Forcibly absorb waste, and not to mention, it doesn't taste very good. And he's almost finished eating all the monsters of the horned undead. It was his last meal in recent memory. Feet at the moment. I missed the human cook in the first place. That guy. Not only did he take the initiative to pay tribute to himself, not to mention the power of qi and blood. I will also help myself prepare the ingredients, lest you look around for yourselves. It's a pity that the human is gone. A hint of regret flashed in her big eyes. Then he suddenly had some doubts, twisting his head the size of a millstone and looking into the distance. There was a familiar smell there. Outside the hanged spirits. Qin Fengqing really couldn't hold it anymore. Running for hundreds of miles, chased and killed by countless medium-grade demon beasts. It's miserable days. He grumbled. It's not a good thing to let Fang Ping do tasks with you. Fang Ping's face was also pale at the moment. He smiled, and you'll find that there's worse. Speaking of this, Fang Ping cried with a sad face. Pessimistic and hopeless. You don't feel anything when you ask. Just listen to a few clangs. Qin Fengqing and Fang Ping both stopped. They looked back. I saw the hundreds of ancient wolves and beasts. The same stopped. Qin Fengqing was a little puzzled. Why didn't they chase it? Fang Ping sighed because we are all dead. That's when it happened. An extremely powerful aura came to his face. Those ancient wolf herds, all of them were crushed to the ground. Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing also had to put the package on their backs. Bang! Dropped on the ground. Under the darkness of the night, the Horn King Grove shone with a golden light. A giant beast strode in. Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing turned their heads. Look in the direction where the sound is coming from. When you see the appearance of a giant beast, Qin Fengqing's face was covered with cold sweat. Scolded in a low voice. I saw a golden horned beast suddenly appeared in front of them. The golden armor is especially golden in the dark. Bright and bright, yes. This giant beast was the Foot King that Fang Ping was most familiar with. Fang Ping's face was heavy at this time. Last time I stepped on my feet. Sure enough, it was a breakthrough. Now this body type, minimum 8 flat diameters. Qin Fengqing twisted her stiff neck, trembling and saying that we are just planted. Fang Ping replied in a low voice. Don't talk also. If you survive this time, all the harvest is mine. Qin Fengqing cried with a sad face. I'm dying. You're still thinking about that. She complained frantically about Fang Ping in her heart. Fang Ping, this guy is really a disaster star. Every time I used to go into the cave, it's like they're following their own backyards. But this is the disaster. That's when it happened. Fang Ping suddenly knelt on one knee. A big salute. Foot King, I've gone a little further this time. Countless treats are brought to you. Please enjoy. He hurriedly pointed to the hundreds of medium-grade demon beasts on his side. Seeing Fang Ping's operation, Qin Fengqing was a little dumbfounded. He couldn't figure out what Fang Ping was doing. Hear Fang Ping's words. There was a hint of color in the big eyes of the feet. He just looked at Fang Ping quietly. There is no action. Fang Ping was scolded by his feet at this time. There are so many monsters over there. You go eat it. What are you doing staring at me? The next moment, a stream of qi and blood condensed in Fang Ping's hand. Directly threw it at the foot. Swallow your feet in one gulp. There was a look of satisfaction in his eyes. Continue to look at Fang Ping. Fang Ping was helpless. I had to condense a stream of qi and blood again. The foot swallows again. See this scene? Qin Fengqing on the side was stunned. What the situation? It's fine. He's thinking about it. Next time I meet a high-grade creature, is it possible to escape like this? A moment later, the feet are finally full, lying comfortably on the ground. Fang Ping secretly looked at the data panel. He had a bad feeling. It seems that the appetite has grown. It's only been a long time. 5 million fortunes have already been consumed. It's worth it. 3 meals a day. I'm afraid that my own inventory can only last for 3 or 5 days at most. That's when it happened. Qin Fengqing whispered to Fang Ping. Shall we go? Fang Ping gave him a blank look. I fed the Horned King. He didn't eat us. Now go and eat us right away. As soon as this remark came out, Qin Fengqing suddenly became anxious. Then let's just do it. Fang Ping glanced at the corner, then nodded yes. I'll feed him when he's hungry. Feed until we run out of energy. Finally eaten. Qin Feng's face was full of frustration when he was clear. Tears slipped down his eyes. That's when it happened. The horn seems to have noticed something. Suddenly looked up into the distance. There was a twilight in his eyes. I saw that the Sky Wolf Commander braked and stopped in the air. The Celestial Wolf Commander looked at the scene below with some puzzlement. The Golden Horn Behemoth is the size of a human golden horn. Why is he here? And there are 2 human warriors in front of him, but they don't kill them. The next moment, an angry thought came to him. I see. He is a warrior of the Golden Horn King and the Land of Hope. Kill my wife. The 9 Taoist heifer hugged the cow and began. It is 300 or 400 meters away from Hope City. Fang Ping shouted Jaguar. Demon Martial Arts Club Fang Ping. Qin Fengqing lured the strong man of the cave to attack the Horned Death Forest. Kill Gao Ping. Outside the Horned Dead Forest. Due to speculation that the horns collude with humans. Slaughtered their own estate. The Celestial Wolf Commander's eyes cracked. Shao, the Golden Horn King, Chang, apparently recognized himself as a former enemy. Back then, when he was still a 7th grade, Heavenly Gate City and Hope City go to war. Tianmen City felt that the horned undead were in the way. A detour as the army passes through. It is also easy to be ambushed by human powerhouses. It was then decided to send troops to horn the undead. And the one who was in charge of this at the time, it is a powerhouse of the 8-rank realm. The great commander of the Wolf Monarch and his elder brother, the Celestial Wolf Commander. The Celestial Wolf Commander is a fiery temper, is going to kill the king directly. I saw someone intruding. Immediately fought back angrily. Although it was only 7 products at that time. But the strength is extremely strong. The Wolf Monarch is only on par with him. The wolf led the brothers to besiege and suppress them. Not only did it fail to kill it completely, the Celestial Wolf Warlord was almost killed. Then, the powerhouses of Hope City also felt the breath of the Great War. A strong man came to check on the situation. The great commander of Lang Jun is afraid of the sneak attack of the human powerhouse. In the end, he gave up the idea of dumping. But this doesn't mean that you won't hold grudges. Beasts are the most vindictive. As the so-called enemies meet, they are very red-eyed. The cunning skyrocketed. Roar, soaring, directly killed the Celestial Wolf Commander who was chasing along the way. Not to be outdone, the Celestial Wolf Commander. Raise your fists to meet the attack. Just like that, a loud bang instantly sounded in midair. One man and one beast are starting to fight. Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing below both looked up and watched the battle. It's so lively. Fang Ping swallowed. Guess what Qin Fengqing asked in front of him? Is he here to hunt us down? Qin Fengqing heard this. His face turned pale. The whispering back is a bit like, the way he looked at us was terrible. I guess it was his family that we robbed. The two looked at each other. The next second, the two turned around and fled frantically. They can't live. 2 of them are small 4-grade waste corners. Just keep an eye on it. Now he has also copied the lair of a high-grade powerhouse. Kill him, I don't know if it's a wife or a concubine. If you don't kill yourself, that's really cheating. Fang Ping fled for his life, while shouting at the Horn King in the air. I'll go find you something to eat again. Next time, I'll find a drink for you. Qin Fengqing scolded angrily when he heard this. Shut up, you. At this time, you were still yelling at him to put down his opponent. What to do if we hunt us down? Fang Ping had his own little abacus in his heart. If I don't say hello, I'll meet it next time. Not even an excuse. There is not a single second. Fang Ping said to Qin Fengqing, if I go back alive, don't do tasks with me in this life. Qin Fengqing gasped and roared. That's what I thought too. Lao Tzu has been in the cave for so many years. This time was the most exciting, and not only in such a short period of time, it surpasses the lair of high-grade powerhouses. Also survived from the mouth of a high-grade demon beast. I can blow this thing for the rest of my life. One experience is enough. Fang Ping and the others ran wildly for their lives. Half an hour later, Hope City is already on their radar. When it is 300 to 500 meters away from Hope City, Fang Ping suddenly shouted good news. Demon Martial Arts Society. Fang Ping, Qin Fengqing. Lure the strong man of the cave into the Horn Forest. Kill Gaoping Shuang City, and the whole city will be helped. Looking west of the city is half empty. Su Mufu glanced at a fat-faced old man beside him. Demon Wu is really talented. The word talent is particularly important. The fat-faced old man smiled and was a talent. In this way, the forward perspective is engaged with the enemy Gao Pin, the Devil's Capital Cave in the middle of the 8 pins. sitting in the Grandmaster Co-Frontier, Chen Xingdao. The aura of perspective has become stronger. Speaking of this, Co-Frontier frowned slightly. It's a pity that the feet are not on our human side. Otherwise, I'll go now. Together, they besieged and killed the cave powerhouse. Su Mufa had a headache. These two people are afraid that the world will not be chaotic. Now step into the four products. It's only been a day. How did you provoke two high-quality products? The fat-faced old man smiled. This shows that the students of my Magic 5 are capable. It doesn't matter which one is dead. None of us have anything to lose. It's good that one of them really has to die. Ko Bianjiang chuckled. It's a good thing, but it's better to take it easy. After all, it's still so young. There is a high probability that the two of them will step into the realm of the Grandmaster. If this kind of good seedling is in the middle grade, it will be damaged. That's a real loss for humanity. The fat old man sighed when he heard this. Yes, we know this too. Age into the middle of the realm. The school doesn't really have any requirements for them. But they had to go out. We can't stand in the way. As for being misleading, here let people protect the way. Su Mafu shook his head. Impossible. Neither of them is weak. Who can protect the way? At least the Grandmaster is strong. The fat old man waved his hand. Yes, Grandmasters are all strategic weapons of mankind. How can there be time to withdraw for the sake of the two Zhongping warriors? And the Grandmaster followed. Maybe it's inconvenient for them to move. General Ko Bien sighed softly. That's fine. A strong man who really came out of the bloody storm is the strongest. Let's hope these two boys can go a little further. Hope in front of the city gates. Fang Ping and Qin Feng gasped for breath. Finally back. Fang Ping shouted loudly again. Jaguar magic. Martial Arts Club. Fang Ping cried seductively. The strong man invades the Horned Forest. Kill Gao Ping. Qin Fengqin's face darkened. Why didn't you say me again this time? A group of people on the city walls. Look at me. I'll see you after a while. Someone said helplessly. Kill Gao Ping. It's really fake. A middle-aged man looked down. Voiced his guess. I reckon. I'm afraid these two boys are out there causing trouble. Hunted down by Gao Ping. Woe to the water. Lure the horns of the dead. As soon as these words came out. But some of them were convinced. Many people couldn't laugh or cry. Someone whispered. It's hard for these two guys to rob the lair of Gao Ping. See how many things you carried back. That's when everyone found out. Both were carrying huge packages. A strong military man on the city wall just said to open the city gate. Someone coughed lightly. Wait, that one. The two guys were dressed in weeping clothes. Do we want revenge? There is a grudge to repay the grievance. There was some movement in the crowd. It's not good. Other military powerhouses began to arch the fire, afraid of beating them up. After the beating, he said he didn't recognize it. Qin Fengqin beat my son for half a month last year. Out of bed. Fang Ping's kid insisted on my second child, giving 30 million. Otherwise, send my second-grade nephew into the cave. My family also sponsored 20 million. Time. Everyone's resentment towards Fang Ping and Qin Fengqin. That's a straight line. A moment later, only a bang was heard. The gates of the City of Hope are opened. Fang Ping and Qin Fengqin stepped in. I saw many strong men in the military department standing at the door. Qin Fengqin was slightly stunned. Why are so many soldiers standing at the door? Fang Ping said, it could be to welcome the hero's triumphant return. Killing Gao Ping is a big solution. Qin Fengqin heard this. Suddenly I was excited. Shout Jaguar my martial arts. Qin Fengqin lured the strong men of the cave to attack the tomb of the dead. Kill Gao Ping. That's when it happened. The strong man of the military department on the opposite side suddenly exclaimed, look. The weeping warriors of the earth were all killed under the city. Brothers or rivals? Hear the word rival. Fang Ting and Qin Fengqing were stunned in shock. You can still play like this. Just fall to the ground for a while. Fang Ping earned 30 million. This made Qin Fengqing envious. He decided on the spot. Next time, I must also find a few rich bumper porcelains. Hope City Gate. Look at the people on the other side with bad intentions. A strong man who is gearing up. Fang Ping suddenly realized something. Glanced sideways at Qin Fengqing. Gritted his teeth and asked your enemy. Qin Fengqing was a little dazed when she heard this, and she didn't know. I have offended so many people. Do you remember who followed whom? The next second, Fang Ping snapped and distanced himself from Qin Fengqing. Shout out and take revenge. There is a grudge to repay the grievance. Qin Fengqing and I are not in the same group. However, among the 7 people on the other side, there were 3 people smiling and walking towards Fang Ping. Fang Ping seemed to realize this. I actually have an enemy. Qin Fengqing didn't want to resist at this time. He smiled at Fang Ping. Don't struggle anymore. Useless. Obediently take a beating with me. Looking at the 3 people who were approaching step by step, Fang Ping suddenly spat blood from his mouth. Get down on one knee. He pointed at the 3 military powerhouses. Trembling to you. You have poisoned the heroes of mankind. After saying that, Fang Ping's head tilted, lying directly on the ground. The 3 people on the other side were instantly stunned. What the hell is going on? We haven't done it yet. Fang Ping saw that he had already controlled the situation, then coughed up a mouthful of blood. I was chased and killed all the way by high-grade powerhouses. The spirit is empty. Serious damage from internal administration. You actually framed me as a cave warrior. 10 million for one person. Otherwise, I'll go to the military headquarters. Said. He also pointed to the Grand Masters dangling in the air above. The strong man threatened a sentence that so many Grand Masters can testify. You don't want to deny it. The 3 people on the other side were completely dumbfounded. I was a little overwhelmed for a while. Meanwhile, Co-Frontier looked at the ground. Fang Ping's series of magical operations. He rubbed his temples, which were a little swollen. Turning to Shimov and the fat old man, he said, let them go to the conference hall later. Let's talk about the situation this time. And next time, don't mess with them. Young people nowadays are not easy to mess with. Sumafu and the fat old man glanced at each other, a wry smile on his face. In this way, the 7 military steps left in a huff. Qin Fengqing's face was full of shock at this time. He leaned over to Fang Ping's side. That's a profit of 30 million. Just fell to the ground for a while. You don't have to be beaten yet. Fang Ping hummed twice with a proud face. That's when it happened. Qin Fengqing slapped his head. Wouldn't I have been beaten in vain before? I'll do the same next time. Find a few rich bumper porcelain. Fang Ping turned his head and glanced at Qin Fengqing. Then you can take it easy. Do it when there are a lot of people. People are less careful, and they're silenced. Also, if you succeed, remember to pay half of my tuition. Qin Fengqing replied loudly. You want to be beautiful. Hope becomes a demon. Afternoon capture. Fang Ping and Qin Fengqing walked in carrying a sack. Here, they didn't expect Bai Ruashi to appear here. Fang Ping asked teacher Bai with some joy. Why are you here? Bai Ruashi chuckled and rested for so long. The injury is much better. The logistics department opened a branch in the cave. There is a shortage of school staff. I'll come over and help. Speaking of this, Bai Ruashi looked at Fang Ping. Since the school got the expansion qualification, we are the people of the Demon Warriors. Now you can directly trade the receipt to the school. No longer hand it over to the military department as before, and then to the Danyao Weapons Company. This is due to the president of your martial arts club. Fang Ping heard this. Hey, laugh at you've won the prize. A moment later, Fang Ping noticed Bai Ruashi's broken left arm. He frowned slightly. Teacher Bai. At that time, there was a martial arts competition. Sun Mingyu was cut off by Han Su's left hand. Later, it was connected to your left arm. Can't you pick it up? Bai Ruashi shook his head lightly, and his hand was still there. The battle was too chaotic that day, so I couldn't get it back. Fang Ping sighed lightly. Then he smiled and said that it was okay. I've heard that Bappin can reshape the golden body. Then your hands will grow back. Bai Ruashi chuckled, maybe. He sighed in his heart for a long time, and the 8th grade golden body. The strong can indeed reshape the flesh. But then again, how many people can smell the 8th grade gold? Think no more. Bai Ruashi got up, looked at the 2 handbags behind Fang Ping and the others. You two have gained a lot this time. Let's see what's good. That's when it happened. Su Mafu and the fat old man also walked over. Yes, there's some good stuff in them. Curious. Fang Ping called General Su in a low voice. Su Mafu nodded slightly. Leave us alone. You just change yours. Qin Fengqing took the lead in taking out his harvest. Ration fruit, azure flower, blue leaf grass, energy stone, energy lamp. A variety of weapons at the first and prefecture levels. Look at these things. Bai Ruashi's face was full of surprise. Where have you two been? It is surprising that so many different varieties of medicinal herbs can be found. Qin Fengqing waved her hand lightly. I didn't go anywhere, just a medicine garden of Gaoping warriors. Everyone next to him changed color a little when they heard this. Actually copied the lair of the Gaoping warriors. Qin Fengqing asked teacher Bai with all his hands. Calculate how many credits I have in total. Bai Ruashi calculated for a moment. 5,000 credits in medicinal herbs. 1,800 credits in energy. 200 credits in weapons. Plus other items. A total of 6,500 credits can be redeemed. Qin Fengqing was stunned by this number. That's a lot. He was secretly happy in his heart. This is the first time I've gained so much. Last time, with Wang Jinyang, it took half a month to get more than 3,000 blood meals. The next moment, Qin Fengqing looked at Fang Ping with some unhappiness. This guy must have gained more than me. Bai Ruashi looked at Qin Fengqing, and there were still things in the sack. Then he asked, You still have a lot of things in your bag. Didn't you change it? Qin Fengqing said with a smile, These will be changed later. As he spoke, he looked at Fang Ping. Lang said Fang Ping. Take yours out. See how much it's worth. Following the Skull Mountain line, Qin Fengqing and Fang Ping. All of them have gained more than 10,000 credits. It's really rich. Hope to become a demon. Bai Ruashi of the logistics department began to count Fang Ping's harvest. 52 herbs, 8,000 credits. Energy stone, 2,000 credits. Plus 3,000 credits for weapons and other sundries. Energy heart. 4 pieces for products, 5 products, 2,000 credits. Fang Ping. These add up to a total of 15,000 credits. As soon as this remark came out, Qin Fengqing was stunned in shock. His heart was full of dissatisfaction. Do the same job. Good road. Why is my harvest only half of that of Fang Ping? Fang Ping was indeed a little dissatisfied. He looked at Bai Ruashi. Mr. Bai, we robbed a cave. Gao Ping's nest adds up to just over 20,000 credits. Isn't that a bit too little? Bai Ruashi smiled kindly, and the price was not set by me. So do I. It can't be helped. Su Mafu next to him sighed leisurely, and the 2 fourth-rank dancers. It's not too much to earn in one day. I'm afraid that the Grandmaster may not be able to do it. Otherwise, who is still opening a company outside and making money slowly? That's when it happened. Qin Fengqing grabbed Fang Ping's arm, gritted his teeth, and said flat, The place is where I take you. I'm only 6,500 credits. Divide 5,000 credits to me. Fang Ping heard this. Hee hee, I saved your life and my feet. Say okay. All your things are mine. Qin Fengqing's anger also came up at this time. Shouted Fang Ping. You can't be without a conscience. Fang Ping pointed to Qin Fengqing's package. Reminder, don't forget. What's in your bag? I also deliberately gave it to you at that time. Qin Fengqing was full of dissatisfaction. I ran hundreds of kilometers on my back. You don't want to be separated. Fang Ping smiled. You give me 1,500 credits. I don't want it. The crowd was a little annoyed. Su Mafu had to interject the two. Are these cave books in the bag? Qin Fengqing nodded slightly.